met Jay-Z and I signed to Rock Nation, the first thing he told me to do is get plastic surgery. I'm not insecure because I would have got plastic surgery. People make it, they all can turn around and thank Beyonce because that's it.
Let me tell you, when Jay-Z's name popped up in one of Diddy's lawsuits, it was like someone opened Pandora's box. Because the skeletons in his closet started tumbling out like it's Halloween. And guess who's back stirring the pot? None other than M.I.A. spilling all kinds of piping hot tea about her experience with Jay-Z and Beyoncé during her time with Rock Nation. Plastic surgery demands? Satanic rituals? Honey, you better sit tight because this drama is just getting started. Here's the setup. Back in May 2012, M.I.A. joined Rock Nation management just before her fourth album, M.I.A, was set to release. But by December 2013, things had gone sour. She publicly announced her departure from the label, citing a string of controversies and creative clashes. And that wasn't all. One of the breaking points for her was when Rock Nation reportedly pulled a documentary trailer about her life and the behind-the-scenes process of creating her album. This wasn't just a small disagreement.
And enough is enough. I'm everyone now. And even Adele, because she's retired now, but her career would not exist if I hadn't made Jonathan Dickens into a manager. And when she gets an award, she thanks Beyonce. Oh, I didn't want to drip myself.
It was the spark that ignited her eventual exit. M.I.A. took to social media at the time to make her split known, saying, "I'm leaving Rock Nation thanks to everyone who's supported the M.I.A. Matangapi. Happy New Year." But there was way more to the story than just creative differences. According to M.I.A., Rock Nation wasn't just trying to shape her music, they were trying to shape her image in a way that didn't align with her vision. She revealed that the label wanted her to darken the tone of her album, claiming it was too positive. The irony?
Blood and cover myself and swim in goop, in black goop, and fucking like wear devil horns to fucking sell a record. Fuck that. Or be a witch, or be that, all of that. Fuck all of.
Rock Nation had built her up as this edgy, rebellious figure, only to turn around and push for even more controversy. And the American political climate was rapidly evolving towards addictive drama on what she called, and controversy is something M.I.A. is no stranger to. Remember her infamous 2012 Super Bowl halftime show appearance? She flashed the middle finger during her performance, sparking a massive legal battle with the NFL.
And if you find the larger picture where it zooms out, there is a row background scenery of 10, 15.
They came at her hard, claiming she violated their wholesome brand values. The lawsuit demanded $1.5 million, later escalating to a staggering $16.6 million. Walsh watched in horror as clients laid hundreds of $0.6 million. The NFL argued that her gesture was a publicity stunt that tarnished their reputation and claimed she gained undue exposure from the event. But M.I.A. wasn't about to back down. She called the lawsuit ridiculous, accusing the NFL of scapegoating her to redefine what's considered offensive in America. She even pointed out the hypocrisy of their argument, noting that cheerleaders performing provocative routines on the same stage were somehow deemed acceptable. In her words, "They wanted me on my knees saying sorry, but I wasn't going to do that." Now, here's where it gets juicy. Instead of supporting M.I.A. through this mess, Jay-Z, who was managing her at the time, reportedly pressured her into signing a deal that could have left her financially ruined. In a 2018 interview with Huck magazine, M.I.A. spilled the tea.
Cheerleaders, young black females that Madonna got from a local high school in Indianapolis, and they're all under 16. And if you look at them, they're wearing cheerleader outfits, hips twisted in the air, legs wide open, and
revealing that the proposed deal would have taken 100% of her earnings for the rest of her life if she ever made over $2 million. Jay-Z allegedly told her, "You should sign that," but M.I.A., ever the rebel, refused. After the interview, she warned fans to read the story quickly, hinting that Jay-Z's influence could lead to it being wiped from the internet. And as if on cue, the article mysteriously disappeared. When you try to access it now, all you see is a message saying, "This account has been suspended." Suspicious much? So, where does this leave us? M.I.A.'s revelations paint a troubling picture of her time with Roc Nation, with Jay-Z and Beyoncé allegedly pulling the strings behind the scenes. Her experiences hint at a deeper, darker side to the music industry, one where artists are pushed into compromising positions for the sake of profit and control. The real question is, how much of this is just the tip of the iceberg, with lawsuits, alleged manipulation, and erased stories?
Very position. So now there's scapegoated me into
It seems like the truth might be even messier than we know. Stay tuned, because this drama is far from over. Let's just say, when it comes to M.I.A., she's got receipts and a never-ending arsenal of grievances against Jay-Z and Beyoncé, and she's not afraid to spill the tea. Beyond the lawsuit drama, she's made it her mission to call out what she sees as hypocrisy and control tactics from the powerhouse couple. For instance, M.I.A. hasn't held back on criticizing Beyoncé and other stars for their selective activism. In one explosive interview, she didn't mince words, saying the U.S. only focuses on Black Lives Matter while ignoring global issues like the plight of Syrians or Muslims. She questioned why stars like Beyoncé or Kendrick Lamar wouldn't speak up for those causes, pointing out that the struggles of marginalized groups around the world often go unnoticed in mainstream conversations. But that's not all. At the beginning of 2024, M.I.A. went back on social media to slam Jay-Z for allegedly teaming up with her baby daddy to make her life a living hell. She shared screenshots documenting her battle to secure a visa to visit her son in the U.S., claiming the process had been unfairly delayed. In her words, "Biden won't let me see my child." She noted that what should have been a 2-month process had dragged on indefinitely, and speculated she'd have to wait until a Republican took office before she'd get any resolution. M.I.A. also revealed the heartbreaking reason behind this custody struggle.
Figuring out the goalposts on what is offensive in America. Like, is my finger offensive, or is an underage black girl with her legs wide open more offensive to the family audience?
She said it all stemmed from an incident when she was 18 and poor, caught stealing food to survive. But she didn't stop there. According to her, the real reason she's being targeted is her outspoken advocacy for peace in the Middle East. She connected her visa issues to her activism, saying, "I called for a ceasefire and spoke out against ethnic cleansing. Now I have to choose between my child and standing up for what's right."
And if you think that's jaw-dropping, wait for this. M.A.L. alleged that her child is currently being raised by a family with ties to the NXIVM cult. She pointed fingers at the Bronfman family, yes, the same Bronfmans, linked to NXIVM, and accused Jay-Z of being complicit in her struggles. She claimed Jay-Z was paid by the Bronfmans to sabotage her career and make her custody battles even.
Jay-Z and I signed to Roc Nation, the first thing he told me to do is get plastic surgery. I'm not insecure, because I would have got plastic surgery. People make it, they all can turn around and thank Beyonce, because that's it. And
harder. M.I.A. didn't hold back when talking about how her Matangi album got buried in 2013. According to her, it wasn't just about creative differences. It was a calculated move. She said, "I sacrificed my career for my child. They ripped me off, copied my style, and handed it to their puppets while shadow banning me everywhere. But it was worth it to save him from the madness." Okay, well, the accusations kept rolling in. She claimed that after being served custody papers, Roc Nation completely cut her off. Emails to Jay-Z asking for help allegedly disappeared from her inbox. On top of that, her house was broken into, her laptop stolen, and she was essentially trapped in Brooklyn by legal orders for 15 years. And then there's her issue with Beyoncé and Solange friend Aurora James. M.I.A. accused Aurora of vaccinating her son without her consent, knowing full well she's anti-vax. She claimed this was a deliberate move to spite her, calling it a personal attack. He claims Roshan was enormously sexually harassed by Crow, which he took the videos intending to do.
And enough is enough. I'm everyone now. And even Adele, because she's retired now, but her career would not exist if I hadn't made Jonathan Dickens into a manager.
But perhaps the most shocking claims were about what happened during her time with Roc Nation. According to M.I.A, Jay-Z told her she wasn't pretty enough and pressured her to get plastic surgery. She also accused him of being involved in satanic practices, alleging she was asked to partake in blood rituals to sell records. Let's just take a moment to talk about how wild it is that Jay-Z allegedly told M.I.A she needed plastic surgery. I mean, seriously? The woman is stunning, and at 50, she looks like she's aging in reverse. But this isn't just about aesthetics. It's about the deeper layers of control and manipulation she claims to have faced while under Jay's management.
When she gets an award, she thanks Beyoncé. Oh, I didn't want to drip myself in blood and cover myself and swim in goop, in black goop, and fucking like wear devil horns to fucking sell a record. Fuck that. Or be a witch, or be that, all of that.
I want to do this later, and let's be real, her calling him out like this is throwing even more shade on his behavior, especially with the current lawsuit drama swirling around his name. And then there's that jaw-dropping bit about the satanic rituals. It might sound out there, but let's not forget M.I.A isn't the first person to accuse the Carters of dipping into the dark arts. Jay-Z's former friend, Larry Johnson, has also spilled some cryptic tea about him. Larry said that when he started looking into who Jay really is and the things he's aligned with, it all clicked. He claimed Jay's lyrics and actions point to something much deeper, allegedly tied to Satanism. Larry suggested that what seemed like harmless partying and bottle popping had a darker undertone if you listen closely with a new perspective. And Beyoncé? Let's not even get started on the countless whispers about her being tied to ritualistic practices. So when M.I.A mentioned being asked to participate in blood rituals, people weren't exactly clutching their pearls in shock. It was more like, oh, here we go again. One thing's for sure, though, falling out with the Carters seems to come with a price. M.I.A, like many artists who've dared to go against them, found herself blackballed. Suddenly, she was labeled difficult to work with, a conspiracy theorist, and even accused of having mental health issues. Sound familiar? It's a pattern people have noticed. Anyone who steps out of line or calls them out ends up with their career in shambles. Of course, there are folks who argue that M.I.A dug her own grave in the industry. They claim her outspoken nature and controversial stances did more damage to her career than any alleged sabotage from Jay-Z or Beyoncé. But then again, could her fallout with Jay have been the real nail in the coffin? Is she just another statistic in the long list of careers that have allegedly been derailed by the Carters' influence? It's a loaded question, but one thing's for sure, M.I.A.'s story raises eyebrows and fuels debates. Do you think her association with Jay-Z hurt her career, or was it her decision to speak out and not conform to the industry's expectations? Either way, it's a juicy conversation we'll be dissecting for a while. As always, let me know your thoughts. Did you already know this tea is far from cooling down?